My best advice is not to hurry. Maybe at the moment of meeting someone at first impression, everything seems the perfect, but no. My best advice is not to hurry. Maybe at the moment of meeting someone at first impression, everything seems the perfect, but no. I always tell them the biggest test is when they return to her country and the long distance relationship begins. That's where you're really to get know the people and always be very careful with everything, especially with the subjects and expensive gift or send the money. To be careful is my best advice for all the customers always.
Yes, I think that is also one of the advices that I give to the clients when they visit here, because I say don't hurry, don't rush. Please take everything with calm because you don't need it. I know and we know that the distance sometimes can be like a big deal and sometimes can make a little bit more difficult the relationship. But in the end, if I always say, if something is going to be for you, it's going to be for you. You don't have to worry about you're going to lose something, because if you lost it, never was you. Was not for you, I'm sorry, was never for you. So I think that, yes, the most important, guys, is that you listen our advices, and also you are willing to be a little bit more flexible with what we tell you, because sometimes also we have clients that they are very structured about dating, and they say like, okay, I want a girl that is this age, between this age, and without kids, English, perfect English, and things like that. And when you start with all of that, you limit yourself to meet with also really good other options. Remember that the most important is how you are with someone. In the end, if you have a physical job, if you have certain kind of things that maybe you didn't consider like a super rich person, that's fine. I think that there is always a person for you in whatever place you visit, and I'm sure you can find really, really nice girls. And also, one of the things that the Colombian girls, and this is important to mention, they expect is that the guy is going to be able also to give her a stability. And when I spoke about stability, is like, of course, it's a job that can help both, and not because you have to have a job to support the girl all the time, but of course, if you are coming to Colombia and you want to take a Colombian girl to live with you in other country, you have to know that in the first beginning of the process, you're going to be the responsible of this girl. So you have to make sure that for the first months at least, that you are going to start this process of fiance visa or marriage. You have to be the responsible for this girl, and this is important to mention because in the end, remember, it's a long process to bring a girl from one country to other, and in the beginning you have to know that the girl legal, she cannot work. She has to wait for her papers, and till that moment you have to be the person that has to be the responsible for this girl in other country. Okay, so this is important to mention, and this is a specific I know about in United States. I don't know for other countries like Canada, Australia, or Europe how it works, but for United States it's important to mention that if you are thinking in bring a girl from Colombia to United States, you have to be the responsible of this girl for, I think that around the first months. Okay, so I think that is the only thing that you have to keep in mind. But the girls, more than if you have a physical job or if you are the manager of whatever company or whatever, I think that they are looking for someone that respects them, that treat them well, and that really love them. I think that is the main thing here.
Are you a single man looking for love? Perhaps you should consider expanding your horizons.
Interested? Learn more at cartagenawomen.com.